What's up guys, my name is Quinn and today I'll be doing a beginner artist tries cheap art supplies because why not? And who better to try cheap art supplies than a beginner artist? I mean, true, I am just a beginner, but why not? Okay, so I am going to be trying a bunch of different cheap art supplies that are pretty much all under £5 or actually, they're all under £3 to be honest, and just seeing how they perform compared to what I've been exposed to so far in the artist community, and just see how they perform generally altogether. So first of all, we've got these tiny, very tiny canvases. As you can see, they're smaller than my face, so yeah. They're originally 4, but I've already tested them out, as you will see later in the video. And yeah, these were £1 for 4, which is pretty good considering they are actually quite good canvases. So also I got this bigger canvas, which is just basically a thin canvas board. Quite useful, quite sturdy. And these were £1 for 2, which isn't that bad, saying, you know, the actual canvas material, not that bad. Okay, so next we have these 12 watercolours, and they were also £1, and honestly they're not bad, as you'll see in the video, so stick around. Next we have these 20 premium coloring pencils. So I'm starting with the 12 watercolour pencils, and as you can see there's a quite colourful range and they seem quite good quality at first glance. So I'm just testing out what kind of how pigmented the colours actually are, and they do seem to be quite bright and quite dark in like the pigment, and they work well on the paper, and they actually blend fairly well for the same what price they are. The colours do paint quite well, but it is quite difficult to get rid of like the original marks of the pencils, so that might be a bit bothersome. So, but overall they are quite good. Next up, I'm using the normal pencils, and I'm just using a few different colours with these. They work quite well on the paper, but you do have to press quite hard on the paper to get the darkest colour, and they aren't really that pigmented. Not exactly premium, but you can't really expect much for £1. Yeah, I didn't really try much. Next I'm moving on to the 4 mini canvases. Obviously I'm only going to use one today, but they do seem, as you can see, they do seem quite good quality, and I'm not sure whether they're already primed or not, but because I'm not very experienced in that field yet, but they do feel quite good quality. So to test out the mini canvas and some of the palette, the watercolour paints, I'm just going to draw a tiny cactus on this mini canvas. What's more fitting? And yeah, seems paint is quite bright, to be honest. The only downside to watercolour paints is the drying times, but you're going to get that with any watercolour paints really. Yeah, and the dark and the light work really well together. It blends well. It's actually quite good for the price. So yeah, I'm impressed. And next I'm just trying out all of the watercolour palette and just trying out different colours, seeing what kind of pigmentation they have, and it seems to be that they are quite pigmented, some of them, and depending on how much water you add, of course, and they do work well on the page. They probably work better with different paper, but yeah, we'll work with what we've got. But yeah, overall, again, I'm impressed. And lastly, I'm just going to use the other canvas, the small canvas board, and I'm going to do, you guessed it, another cactus. This one more intricate though, nevertheless a cactus. And this board works well for like pretty much anything. You can draw on it well, the paint works well on it, and the paint blends really well, as you can see. And yeah, I'm quite impressed and quite proud of this one. I like it. Yeah, so overall, the art supplies were good for their price. The watercolours were pigmented, but they did leave like a kind of stain on the brush, which I didn't really like. So I probably won't use those again. The canvases were good. Yeah, the watercolours were probably the best supply out of everything, because they worked really well. They painted really well, and yeah, they were just nice to work with, really. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever, really. I'll be doing another one shortly, well not shortly but soon, trying Wish products, so that should be fun. Yeah, bye!